Hi, welcome to another program. It has been a while. Today I am in Kazakhstan, Almaty, and it snowed here, so I use this opportunity to go out with my family. It's a lovely day today, in the nature also, a little bit. And since I have to work also, do some extra before the year ends, some urgent matters needs to be handled, I decided to also shoot a video while I'm in nature with you. So, as you know, the elections has ended. The coalition in Turkey has lost it. And today we want to talk about what has happened in Turkey, what is happening right now in 2024 with the elections, including other things, what we should be expecting. Now, as you know, in the presidential election, Erdogan has won again. And then it resulted after the elections, or presidential elections within the CHP, the opposition party, the main opposition party. And a leadership change has happened. Now Özgür Özel is in the leadership for almost more than 2 months. So what has changed in the party? Nothing. It's the same party as before. How we can understand this? Because Özgür Özel has been considering himself constrained with the same things that Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, the previous leader, is constrained with. What does it mean? Let me give you a clear example. A soldier has been killed in action in Iraq, and at first he went to see his family, give the condolences, share the pain, and then went to see the leadership of HDP, the affiliate of, I will say, PKK terrorist group in Turkey. Socially, politically, it is like this, and that gives the signals that nothing has been changed. And the worst thing worse, the party should be ruled by one leadership. It can be formed by a lot of coalitions, but the leadership should be mainly one, right? But now we are seeing that if some people want to share their ideas with the leaderships and talk with them and ask their assistance advisors, they went always first to Özgür Özel, the president of CHP coalition, or the CHP, and then they always go to visit Istanbul Mayor Ekrem İmamoğlu, who is very powerful in the party too. Right now, once it is the case, it already shows us how the politics in CHP is fragile. Leadership cannot be and should not be shared, but at this moment it is shared. And so far it is shared, it means that nothing will be changed, right? Beautiful, huh? Anyway, so what does it mean then? Now, we know that actually there is nothing being changed, or we do believe that nothing has been changed in the party. So if you ask me what's the difference between Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu, the previous president of CHP, and Özgür Özel, the recent one, there is nothing new. And since it is, I do believe that there's a great opposition to Özgür Özel after the elections. Now, elections can be won or not is a question mark. Why? Because İYİ Party, which is the main supporter of the opposition parties in the coalition against Erdogan and its allies, has decided to declare their own candidacies for each municipalities or cities, which means that they are now departed from CHP as a coalition, which means that the CHP or the coalition electoral votes will be decreased. Now, what does it mean? Especially where they are working on the key lines like Istanbul, Ankara, it's possible that they are going to lose again back to CHP, which is a big problem. Because if you lose them, it means that, like in the big bulk or in the above the forest, if you don't get involved into the trees, but if you look for everything above the forest, it means that the people showed a kind of distrust to you. Now we know that the reasons, because E party, there is a big problem with the E party. One, I mean, other than the leadership problem and no policy change in CHP, because let's be fair, they can't change anything else because the mindsets are same. They are coming from the same mindset. People will not give them any vote. They will see there is nothing different. So what does it mean now? It means this. E party is now becoming an independent party. So it's like a third party. But why it is like this? Because it's, I would say, the electorates or the voters are kind of seek for a cooperation with the CHP coalition again, whereas the elites of the parties, which is the main leadership of the parties, want a separate way. They want to go alone. However, also they are aware that they cannot win, not even a little bit, but they can only win 2 less, maybe 5 to 10 municipalities or cities, let's say, in Turkey, which is more than 600, let's say, municipalities plus cities, but they will only win maybe 10, most. So what does it mean? It means that all these things will work for Erdogan, because the coalition electorates in before and now will be decreased, which means that Erdogan and its allies will increase the chance of winning more. Let's say 51% or 52% for CHP coalition means a great problem in some, including Ankara. Because municipalities are not about the leadership, it's about the candidates. So if they are going to go with tougher candidates, as the coalition or the CHP will declare, they will split the votes. But it shows another problem with the CHP, and it is, E party. It means that I will say, the floor of the party, which is the main voters, and the elites of the parties are in different thoughts, which I always consider E party is not really a social or a democratic party. They only care what they think is best for themselves, and at this moment they want everybody to follow their leadership, which the floor doesn't recognize this. Therefore, there are a lot of resignations from the party administrations, from the municipalities and cities. So there are 3 main problems for the next election. E party, because it's unfair also what they are doing. Second, CHP, 2 issues. One is the leadership. Is it Özgür Özel or is it Ekrem İmamoğlu or is it both of them? No one knows. Who is ruling the party? Nobody knows. Second is no policy change. So what might happen? I do really have a concern that, or I do really believe that if this is the case, most likely, CHP is going to give a lot of privileges to HDP, which we also recognize as PKK-affiliated parties in Turkey, which means that there will be a loss of confidence for people in Turkey for these purposes. Because what CHP needs to also make differences at this moment, and should create that differences, because HDP needs this, and they is to show that they are not only a party that sticks with the Kurdish separation. So they have to not only win in the east or west, but they have to win in the east. In the west. So if they want to win in the west, JP has to give them some rules for that. So a couple of, I would say, municipalities or villages and other things should be also given as a privilege to them, so that they can expose themselves, do the commercial that they are not only Kurdish People's Party but Turkey's party. So once the JP is going to give this, there will be a lot of electoral votes will be lost. That's granted. So these votes will either go to E party and or even to any other parties, including AK Party and MHP, but mainly will go to E party. That's what I believe the leadership of E party relies upon. And I do believe that Erdogan is going to win majorly. Istanbul, Ankara will be lost. The third city, Izmir, might be even lost. Might be, I'm saying that is a little bit different question, because I am from Izmir, I know my home city. May not is not big problem, to be honest. But yeah, we will see about it. But I'm not very confident Izmir may not be lost or may be lost. But I am almost confident that Ankara and Istanbul might be lost, right? And if it is the case, then there will be leadership questions will be opened. It means an early election within the party presidential, which means that I will say if Istanbul is going to be lost, Ekrem İmamoğlu will be in the air with no power, no heavy lift. So he will try to be the leadership in the party. I'm not very confident that Özgür Özel is going to leave it up. If he leaves it around, or I think he will be also racing. I am almost confident that Kemal Kılıçdaroğlu also is going to be again competing, and this is going to not, I would say, be efficient and be helpful. But I am more confident that it will harm the party in the long term. So I do not see any future or fortune for CHP from now on to 2028 because of the possible candidates and how party is thinking about and structuring itself around the Turkish policy. I think they are just thinking in their own graveyard, in their own room. They are not afraid to make, but they don't want to make any changes in the politics because they are happy with what they have in their hands. They are lazy and they are not really patriots also. So Erdogan is going to win. That's what we know it. For sure he will win. And it will not be nice. So after this win, he will start doing all these changes with the economy. He's going to introduce more hardships because he won it, and that will give him the power and also the recognition to do these kind of changes. So 2024 economy will be even tougher than 2023. Get ready for it, right? So let's see what will happen, but these are my thoughts in the long run for 2024. Just keep the video, I will keep it, and end of 24, let's see what will happen. Have a nice day, have a nice 2024. Bye.